At maximum 2 marks, minimum 1 marks, okay, in your final exam. But in your term exams, you can get 5 or 6 marks in your first term. But when we are targeting for the final paper, right? So in your final paper, when we are analyzing the past papers and all, we can see that only 1 marks or 2 marks, right? Some of the years they have 3 marks or something. That this part normally this part will never comes under essay part. Okay, only structure part and essay part. Only 1 year, I think I forgot the year. They have asked the essay part. So if they ask this unit under essay part, you can get 2 or 3 marks. But normally, definitely there will be a 1 marks question MCQ. Right, according to your luck, we'll see whether it comes under structure or essay, right? Okay, structure la vandichinu sonna okay. Right. So start, right? Okay, living tissues. You know, my dear, in your grade 6, sorry, in your grade 10, in unit number 6, I have studied about the cell theory and the cells and the organelles. I have studied earlier. Do you remember? What are the things that you have studied? Cell division and cell growth and all in your grade 10, unit number 6. Okay. So let's do a quick revision in those units. Okay. Who observed the cell for the first time? Who observed the cell for the first time? Can you say? Yes, Robert Hooke, very good. Yes. In grade 10, unit number 6, you have studied, right? So who said the answer? Anushya, right? Okay. Is there any problem in my voice? That means, is there any noise or something? No, sir. Okay. So Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke is a scientist who observed the cell for the first time. Okay, okay, okay. So he is a scientist first who observed the cell for the first time. He observed the cork cells. Cork cells means these takkai சொல்லுவோம் தமிழ்ல. Takkai சொன்னா we are using for the lids. That means in our beer bottle and all, you can see some lids, plastic-like structure, rubber-like structure. You will use your mouth to remove the lids. That is not plastic lid, that is a takkai. I will, there's no need to show all those things. So takkai means cork, right? So he observed the cork cell for the first time under microscope, and he observed some cell like cell wall, the dead structure. And then later, 3 scientists, uh, Celiran, Schwann, Redolf, Virchow. So these 3 scientists, who are they? Celiran, Schwann, Redolf, Virchow. So all these 3 scientists came after the Robert Hooke, and they introduced a cell theory, and they introduced 3 concepts. They are the structural and functional unit of life is cell. Tamima, sorry, Tangachimar, என்னென்றால், what is structural unit? For example, my dear, if you take this book, what is a structural unit? Paper. This book is made up of paper, right? If you take the wall is made up of bricks. சொல்ல விஷயம், அதாவது அதால தான் பில்ட் ஆகி இருக்குது. The book is made up of papers. The wall is made up of bricks. Same like that, our human body, our plant body, all these organisms are made up of what? They are made up of cells. So that is the meaning of structural unit. Is it clear? Right? I think you have studied in your grade 10, right? So structural unit means that is a basic structural unit. The okay, there's a message. Okay, right. Then what is functional unit? For example, if you take a company or something, the employees, all the employees will work together. எல்லா எம்ப்ளாயீஸும் ஃபுல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. So if there is any employee absence or something, what will happen? The work will never happen there. It's same like that. In our body, all the cells are working together. So that's why I can move my hand, I can talk, I can run. Why? What's the reason? Because all the cells are working together. The idea, for example, if you take a company, all the employees are working there. If all the employees are dead, what will happen? The company will close. They will ban, right? because they can't work if there is no employees. Same like that, if there is no cells, we can't work. The functional unit என்று சொன்னால்டா அவங்க தான் வேலை செய்யறாங்க, அவங்க வேலை செய்யறதுனால தான் நாங்க வேலை செய்யறோம். They are working, the cells are working, that's why we are working. If I want to move, want to move my hand, here you can see the cells. These cells are working together, that's why I'm moving my hand. If I want to run, my muscles want to work, then only I can run. If I want to talk, the muscles in this area want to work. விஷயம் என்னதான் உங்களுக்கு, the functional unit ன்னு சொன்னா அந்த வேலை செய்யற யூனிட், the functional unit and the structural unit is cell. Is it clear about the structural and the functional unit? Anushya, I think you are grade 11, right? Anushya and Sweta, are you grade 11 or grade 10? And say grade 11. Okay, all right, clear, right? Okay, very good, Sandhya. Wait a minute. Right. So, right. The next theory, all the organisms are made up of one cell or more cell. That means, my dear, if you want to say an organism as a living organism, for example, if whether I am organism or not, I am organism, right? Because I am growing, I am talking, I am eating, I am running, I am moving. So I am organism. So I am myself. I am made up of many cells. The human is made up of many cells. If you take a cat or dog or something, they also grow, they get nutrition, they move, they reproduce. So that means the cat also organism. The cat is made up of more number of cells, many number of cells. So they are multicellular. Yeah, study this point in unit number 8, grade 10. Okay, this is a quick revision, right? And what about this amoeba, this paramecium, bacteria, and all? Can you see? Can you observe those organisms by using naked eye? No, right? We can't see, right? They are very, 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 very simple organisms, small organisms. They are called as unicellular organisms. That means they are made up of only one cell. That means if you want to say that is organism or this is organism, they must have even a one cell. சொல்லணுமாக இருந்தால் ஒன்றா சரி இருக்க வேணும், even a one cell. Then only we can say that as a organism. Clear? If you want to say right, this is organism, this is organism, then what is the condition? They must have even a one cell or more cell. ஒரு செல் இருக்கணும், இல்லாட்டி நிறைய செல் இருக்கணும். So the all the organisms are made up of one cell. What is the example? Bacteria, amoeba, paramecium are the example for unicellular organisms that is made up of only one cell. If it's like a human, dog, lion, cat, pig, so those organisms, they are multicellular organisms made up of many number of cells. Right? I think that the second concept was clear, right? And third one, right? For example, my dear, I want to grow. The cat want to grow, the dog want to grow. So when they are growing, the number of cells are increasing. For example, if there is 1 lakh cell when I was a baby, now it will be 2 lakhs or 10 lakhs. Earlier I had only 1 lakhs. Now 10 lakhs. That means the number of cells has been increased. That's why I become big. இப்படி சின்ன பிள்ளையா இருந்தவன் பெரியவன் ஆகிக்கிறான். That means what's the reason? Because number of cells has been increased. That means the new cells are produced by pre-existing cells. Already in our body we have cells. So those cells will reproduce and the new cells will be produced. ஏற்கனவே நிக்கிறவங்க, they will process cell division and the new cells will be produced. Our mother or father will never fix our hand here, the leg here. அப்படி fix பண்ண மாட்டாங்க இல்லையா? வெளியால கொண்டு வந்து fix பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. They will never bring the hand and the legs from outside and they will fix like the dolls and all. பொம்மை ஃபிட் பண்ற மாதிரி வெளியால புடிச்சுக்கணும் வந்து அப்படி போட மாட்டாங்க. Our cells are produced by ourselves. That means we have cells in our body. So those cells will reproduce. Sorry, not reproduce. They will process cell division, and what will happen? New cells will be produced. The new cells are produced by ourselves from the pre-existing cells. They didn't bring kept from outside of the body. வெளியால கொண்டு வந்து ஃபிட் பண்ணாங்கல, கண் காது மூக்கு எல்லாம் பொம்மை ஃபிட் பண்ற மாதிரி. We are like fixing the doors. No, right? Our bodies grow, right? They show growth because we have already in our body, we have cells. So those cells will do cell division and they will produce new cells. So is it clear about these three concepts of the cell theory? Is it clear about the cell theory? Yes, sir. Okay. What about Sweta? Is it clear, Maya? Oh, all right. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, right? Okay. And then cellular organization. அதாவது ரவி, these things also I had discussed already in a great 10 syllabus. You need to wait. Okay. Don't worry. Uh, okay. Cellular organism means for example, just consider a companion. Okay. A clothes, a garment. Okay, another garment. So in a garment, they have 4 or 5 units. The first unit, they are responsible for the calculate the raw materials. For example, cloth and needles and these threads. So they will collect what are the materials that are incoming to the garment. Okay. And second unit, they will cut the cloth and they will mend the cloth and they will turn into trousers or shirts. Right. And third unit, they will export. They will export those products. Those are produced in the garment for the outsiders. So that means in these garment we have 3 units. What are they? The unit which is responsible for input, and the unit which is responsible for the process, and the unit which is responsible for the output. So there are 3 units. Okay. And in that each unit, employees are there, right? In the input unit, they have employees, those who are doing the calculation. In the process unit, they also have employees to mend the clothes, tailors, and the tailors will be there. And in third part, the what output, they are the so the representatives will be there. They will go to the shops and they will show our clothes. This is our clothes. You want to buy, and they will show the shirts and trousers. They will sell one by one to the each and every shop. So they have 3 units, and each and every unit have other employees. Just say like this, okay? Without those employees, will that company can run? No, right? Our run panela. So like this, my dear, in our human body also there is an order. There is an order. For example, those employees work together and they form a unit. What's that? That input unit. The input unit, those process unit, output unit together we call as garment. Like that, in our human body also there is an organization. I already said that a human body is made up of cells. சும்மா செல்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் அப்படி அடிக்கி 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 ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் பண்ணி கேளுமா? Can I get an organism if I make it order, if I make it all the cells in a one pack and all, can I make an organism? எல்லாத்தையும் பிடிச்சி ஒரு இடத்துல இப்படி பேக் பண்ணி எனக்கு ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் பண்ணி கேளுமா? இல்லாது. எல்லா செல்ஸையும் எடுக்கிறேன். உதாரணம் ஒரு பூனை, இது பூனையில் உள்ள எல்லா செல்ஸையும் எடுக்கிறேன். எடுத்து 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 ஃபுல்லா பேக் பண்ணி can I make a cat? No, right? So there is an order. What is the order? A cell, all the cells will join together and they will form tissue in like a garment. All the employees work together and they will make a unit, input unit. Like that, all the cells join together, form together, and they will form a tissue. And then all the tissues will join together and they will form an organ. And all the organs will join together and create a system. Then all the systems join together and create an organism. For example, if I take a human, we have many systems: digestive system, reproductive system, respiratory system, circulatory system. So all these systems join together and organism made. எல்லா சிஸ்டமும் அப்படி 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 சேர்ந்து அப்படி ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் வந்து, right? If I take a system, those systems are made up of organs. For example, if I take our digestive system, it is made up of mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestine, large intestine, liver, and the anus. Listen. Organism the organism is made up of system. What are system? Our digestive system, reproductive system, respiratory system, those system, that system, this system. Okay, systems. So all these systems join together and organism made. Right. So I take a system, digestive system. In that digestive system, what are the organs are there? Mouth, esophagus, liver, anus, intestine, all those are organs. Right. If I take that organ, that organ is made up of what? Tissues. If I take the tissues, those tissues are made up of cells. And the order, can you understand the order? If you take an organism, it is made up of many systems. If I take that system, that is made up of many organs. If I take that organ, that is made up of tissues. If I take that tissue, that is made up of cell. Did you get the idea about the cellular organization? So, did you get the? Is it clear or no about the cellular organization? You have studied in your grade 10, right? So just a quick revision. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So can you explain me again or something? Clear, sir. What about this? Okay, Anushya. இப்படிதான் நீங்க பொய் சொல்ல வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. உண்மையை சொல்லுங்க. விலகிச்சுன்னா விலகிச்சு, விலங்கலானே விலங்கல. எனக்கு விலங்கலாட்டி ஓகே நம்பர் விலங்கப்படுத்தலாம். Okay. Now, my dear, in this unit, we are going to study about the tissues. Because earlier in your grade 10, you studied about cells. Cells, organelles, and the functions of the organelles and the cell division. You have studied about the cells. Now we are going to discuss about the tissues. The idea is grade 10 you study about cells. Now in this grade 11, you are going to study about tissues. And later in grade 11, unit number 6, you will study about the system. By grade 10, you study about the cells. Now we are going to study about tissues. Our heading is tissue. Unit number 1 in the grade 11 is tissue. So now we are going to study about tissue. Earlier we have studied about cells. And later in grade 11, unit number 6, you will study about the system. Okay, other order. Okay. So now let's start the tissues, right? Okay, wait a minute. I want to. Okay. Tissues. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to study about tissues. In your grade 10, you have studied about the cells. Now we are going to study about tissues. Right. Tissues. Right. What is tissue? Can you say what do you mean by tissue? Now earlier I had said the definition. When I discussing about tissues, what did I say? When I explaining tissues, what did I say? You can use here mic. That's not the issue because there is only boys here. So you can use the mic, right? Can you say what do you mean by tissues? So if it is difficult to use the mic, you can use the chat box. So tissue and all in what do you mean by tissue? What did I say? No replies. Okay. Right. Tissue and sonala. Tissue and sonna collection of cell. That is tissue. I already said that, right? All the tissues are right? A group of cell or a group of cell joined to what is it? Very good, right? Said that's the answer. Anusha, sorry, I know the cell are it is another answer. Okay. A group of cell be modified to perform particular function. Yes, cell was there. Cells joined together, they form a tissue. So that is another definition for the tissue. Okay. But now you are grade 11. Now you can't say like that. Right? There is another term word that you must want to add, right? A group of cell, okay? Point number 1. And point number 2, with a common origin. Wait, I will explain. I will explain all the terms. Just I'm going to bracket all those things, right? So second character, second point, common origin that has been modified to perform a particular function. Fact number 3. So in this definition, you have 3 facts that you want to add here. What is that? Group of cell. Okay. That is the thing that you have studied in your grade 10. Now you are grade 11. So you want to add another more point. What are they? Common origin. What is common origin? Right, wait. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. I'm going to explain the term common origin. Common origin என்று சொன்னால்டா, right, when you are a baby, when you was a baby, what happens there? right? The sperm was there, an egg was there, sperm and egg joined together. Then finally, what happens? We get an embryo or zygote or something, right? So that is a unicell. Am I right or wrong? Egg was there, sperm was there, they join together. Then finally, we get a zygote or embryo or something, a unicell. From that unicell only, you have been come here. You are listening to me. You are observing to me. That means you are using a phone. You are big உருவம். நீங்க ஒரு பெரிய உருவம் வெளியா இப்ப சின்னத்துல ஒரு செல்லா இருந்தால் இப்ப நீங்க பெரிய பெரிய உருவம் you have been transformed for a big shape. From a single cell, you have been converted to a big shape. ஒரு பெரிய உருவத்துக்கு மாறி இருக்கிறீங்க. That means you have transformed for the multicellular organism. Then what is the origin? What was the origin? It was a single cell. அந்த சிங்கிள் செல்லில் இருந்து தான் நீங்க என்ன செஞ்சுக்கிறீங்க ஒரிஜின் ஆகிக்கிறீங்க. Can you understand? Like that, all the tissues has a common origin. Each and every cell has a common origin. You can understand this point simply by understanding that process, that fertilization process. From a single cell, you have been produced, you have been transformed from a multicellular organism. So all the cells in your body has been formed or modified from that particular cell. So will you accept that all the cell has a common origin? All the tissues has a common origin? Did you understand what is the fact that I am going to tell? A group of cell, okay. Second fact, what is that? A common origin. And third one, particular function. Or I will explain particular function, okay? Okay, ma'am. Very good. Sorry, Anushya. Okay. And Anushya, what about Shweta? Is it clear? Well, Shweta ko wala chama. Oh, repress. Okay. So, okay. Can you explain me? Right. Okay, okay. Shweta, can you understand Tamil? Tamil பேசுன வேலைங்கம்மா. Can you understand that Tamil? Oh, what's your mother tongue? Sinhala? Okay. மகள் என்னன்னு சொன்னால்டா கமன் ஒரிஜின் சொன்னால் அதாவது பொதுவான ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து வந்திருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொன்னா இப்ப நீங்க சின்னத்துல நிக்கிற நேரம் எப்படி இருந்தீங்க ஸ்பெர்ம் செல்லும் எக் செல்லும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு தனி செல்லா இருந்தீங்க உங்களோட வயிற்று பிறகுதான் என்ன செஞ்சிச்சு அந்த ஒரு செல் வந்து பிரிஞ்சு 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 ஒரு மல்டி செல்லா வந்து நீங்க புள்ளியா பிறந்தீங்க சின்னத்துல சின்ன பேபியா பிறந்தீங்க அப்ப போன் ஆகுற நேரம் பிறக்கிற நேரம் at the birth you was a multicellular organism. அப்ப வயிற்றுக்குள்ள ஆரம்பத்திலேயே அப்படியே பெருசு பெருசா பிக்ஸ் பண்ணாங்களா உங்களை அப்படியே ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணாங்களா ஒரு பெரிய உருவத்தை இல்ல இல்லையா only a single cell was there. Where that the sperm and the egg was joined together and it was zygote embryo single cell. அந்த சிங்கிள் செல் தான் என்ன நடக்குது அப்படி பிரிஞ்சு 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 ஒரு மல்டி செல்லா மாறுது மல்டி செல்லா மாறுறதோட நீங்க உலகத்துக்கு வந்துட்டீங்க அந்த மல்டி செல் தான் இப்ப பெருசாகி பெருசாகி பெருசா ஒரு பெரிய உருவமா வந்தீங்க அவ என்ன சொல்ல வரலன்னு சொன்னால்டா எங்கட பொடியில் இருக்கிற டிஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கு தானே the tissues which is in our body it is all these tissues all these cells has a common origin. அந்த common origin அந்த எல்லா செல்ஸுமே ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து தான் வந்திக்கிறாங்க அந்த பாயிண்ட் எங்க அந்த எம்ப்ரியோ அந்த ஜைகோட் அந்த ரெண்டு செல்ஸும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு செல்லா மாற்றி தானேமா அந்த ஒரு செல் தானே இவ்வளோ பெரிய உருவத்துக்கு மாறிக்குது இப்ப இந்த தண்டி உயரத்துக்கு நாங்க மாறிக்கிறோம்னு சொன்னா எங்க நாங்க எங்க இருந்து மாறினோம் அந்த சிங்கிள் செல் இருந்து தான் மாறினோம் சரியா பிள்ளையா so that's the point that like this each and every tissue has a common origin like this இதே மாதிரி if we take the muscle they have an origin all these tissues are made from a one point ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து தான் அவங்க எல்லாரும் வந்திக்கிறாங்க if we take these heart tissue the heart cell that is made that tissue is made up of from one point அந்த ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து தான் எல்லாரும் வந்திக்கிறாங்க எங்கட மொத்த பாடியும் அந்த ஒரு செல்ல இருந்து தானே வந்தது அதை கம்பேர் பண்ணலாம் நம்மளுக்கு இந்த இடத்துல அந்த common origin வேர்டை விளங்குறதுக்கு என்ன விளங்கல சேதாக்கு சேதா did you understand that point or is it do you have doubts Okay, clear it. Only Milaman, when I, right, during this lesson, right? So when you are studying this lesson, there will be many points. Okay, I will explain each and every point, don't worry. But when I was OL, right, when I was OL, I just memorized. I don't know the meaning. I feel very difficult to understand. ஒண்ணுமே விளங்கல. Just I memorized, but I got A. When I was A also, I didn't understand anything about the tissues, but I just memorized. எங்க நிக்குது என்ன செய்யுது ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது. ஆனா பாடம் வைக்கணும் எடுத்து. So that is a Sri Lankan syllabus, right? Nothing to worry. அதாவது பாடமாக்க sorry விளங்காம பாடமாக்குங்கன்னு சொல்லல. But if you have any difficulties to understand or something, nothing to worry. ஏன்னா மறுகையா தான் அப்படியே பாடமாக்கிட்டு போக வேண்டியது. ஸோ விளங்கி பாடமாக்குங்க. பட் ஒரு கட்டத்துல விளங்காம போகுது, என்னடா செய்யறது அப்படின்னா டோன்ட் வரி. என்னது விளங்காம பாடமாக்குங்க, ஒண்ணுமா. இட்ஸ் ஸ்ரீலங்கன் சிலபஸ், ரைட்? ஓகே. ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் தி எபிலிட்டி ஃபார் மெமரைசிங், யூ கேன் பிகம் அ டாக்டர். Right? For example, biology in our A level, right? So you want to understand, then only you can easily memorize. But if you have the ability to memorize anything without understanding or something, you can get A in the A level also with the memorizing power. Right? அதுதான் எங்கட நாட்டுல நிலைமை. So nothing to worry. Okay. Now I think you may have a clear idea about the tissue. A group of cell. Fact number one. Fact number two, what's that? A common origin. I explained that common origin. What's the common origin? That I said a big story, right? And third one, perform a particular function. That means, my dear, right, in your ears, you have the cells. But what is the function of those ears? A listening. And you have tissues in the eyes. What is the function of eye? To grab the light energy. So each and every cell has a unique function. In the muscle, what's the function of muscle tissue? To move the bones. What is the function of the tissue, the muscles? To move the bones. So each and every tissue has a unique function. So that's the thing they are telling. What are the three facts? Common origin, fact number one. Fact number two, a group of cell. Fact number three, a particular function. So then can you memorize? If I ask what is tissue, can you say? A group of cell that is formed from a common that have a common origin, that do or that perform a particular function. Three things. What are they? A group of cells with a common origin, those who are performing or those who are doing a common function, a particular function. விளங்கிச்சா? விளங்கலையா? டிஷ்யூஸ் என்ன மூணு விஷயம் சொன்னேன். என்னது? A common origin, a group of cells, those who are performing a particular function, a unique function. Particular means ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட ஒரு தனித்துவமான. Each and every tissue has a unique function. This eye, the cells of the eyes has a unique function. What is that? Getting the sunlight, light energy. And what is the function of the ear? Getting the sound energy. What is the function of the muscles? Moving the bones. So each and every tissue has a unique function, particular function. Is it clear about the tissue? Complete. Three facts. And the மூணு ஃபேக்டும் சரியானு கேக்குறேன். Yes sir. What about these அனுஷியா, மத்த யாருமா? ஸ்வேதா, ரைட்? இன்னொருத்தர் வந்துக்கிறாங்க, இஃப்ரா ரயான். அஸ்ஸலாமு அலைக்கும்மா. ரைட், ஓகே. பாருங்க, டோன்ட் வரி. இப்போ இதுக்கு பிறகு தான் நாங்கள் பாடம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போறோம். நத்திங் டு வரி. ஓகே, டோன்ட் வரி. Now we want to do some questions. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Can you see the screen? So Anushya, right? Can you say the three main contents of the cell theory? Then only I explain. சொல்லுங்க Anushya. What are the three main contents of cell theory? Structure and function of cell. Okay. All right. Number one. Did you get the PDF? இல்லையா, நான் அனுப்பலையடாப்பா. Okay. Inshallah, I will send. Okay, I will send. Right. Okay. Don't worry. Then what is the next? There are three contents. What are they? Structural function. Right. Okay. And next one. All the organisms are made up of one cell or more cell. Okay. Very good. Next one. Next one. New cells. And if it is difficult to type, right, you can use your mics. Nothing to worry, right? Okay. New cells are made up of right, okay. New cells, right, okay. Pre-existing cells, not co-existing cells. Okay. Then, Sweta, Saloma, who introduces cell theory? Quick. Who introduces cell theory? டக்குன்னு who introduced cell theory? Chelidon, Chuan, Radolf, Berger. Very good, right? Okay. Then என்ன பேரு அனுஷியா வருது. What is the smallest structural unit of organism of the living body? What is the smallest structural unit? Simple answer. அல்ல மகளே, structural unit the functional and structural unit are called as the cells. நீங்க தான் சொன்னீங்க கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி, right? Okay, right, very good. Cells. Okay, very good, right? Okay, not tissue, right? Okay. Then it takes more time, right? So I will explain all the questions. So if you have any doubts, you can ask, right? என்ன அப்படி கேட்டு போறது கொஞ்சம் டைம் போகுது, ரைட்? என்ன இப்போ டிரெக்டா இருந்தா நீங்க மைக்கை யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஓகே, டிரெக்ட் கிளாஸா இருந்தா ஓகே, பட் இட் டேக் சம் மோர் டைம் டு டைப். ஸோ ஐ வில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன். ஓகே, டோன்ட் வரி. ஓகே, கோச்சுக்கூடாது, என்ன வேற வழி இல்லை, ரைட்? ஓகே. ஸோ வாட் இஸ் யூனிசெல்லுலர் ஆர்கானிசம்? Unicellular organisms means, unicellular organism means the organisms which is made up of one cell. For example, these bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, all these organisms are made up of one cell. So these organisms are called as unicellular organisms. You have studied in your grade 10, unit number 8. Okay. So inshallah, I will send the worksheet. Okay. This is a worksheet for the living tissues in your grade 11. So these worksheet has some questions, right? To revise the grade 10 syllabus, and these questions, all the other questions are based on the grade 11 question. Okay. So when you are studying, you can fill those questions. So it will be very easy for you for the memorizing, and also for the it will be very helpful for your exam. When you are going that exam before the day of your exam, you can just revise the questions. Then it will, you can move to the past exam, right? You can revise all the theory by doing this question. Theory படிக்காமடா கேள்வி செஞ்சு ரிவைஸ் பண்ணலாம், right? Okay. Then what is multicellular organism? Multicellular organism means the organisms which is made up of two or more cells. ரெண்டு செல் இருந்தாலும் மல்டி செல் தான், right? But நானும் மல்டி செல் because my body is made up of more number of cells. If you take cat, the body of the cat is made up of more number of cells. If you take dog, the dog is made up of more number of cells. So multicell means the organism which is made up of two or more cells, not one cell. If there is only one cell, I will say that organism as unicellular organism. Is it clear about unicellular and multicellular? Clear than it? Clear and so now you can, right? Because the one and only thing that we direct class I can see your face. I can understand whether you got it or no. But this is virtual class. I can't see whether did you understand or no. So you only want to say me whether it is clear or no, right? And this is the right? So in the online classes முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா உங்களுக்கு விளங்கிச்சா விளங்கலையான்றதை எனக்கு பார்க்க இயலாது, நீங்க தான் சொல்லணும், ரைட்? ஸோ அதனால அந்த விஷயத்துல கவனம் பண்ணி அது நீங்க டைப் பண்ற நேரம் கொஞ்சம் கிளாஸுக்குள்ள நிற்பீங்க. இந்த வீடியோவை போடுறதுக்கு காரணம் என்னன்னா கொஞ்சமா சரி அந்த டிஸ்ட்ராக்ட் ஆகாம பார்ப்பீங்களா, அதனாலதான். இந்த வீடியோ போடுறது சரி புண்ணியம் மீக்குது, அது ஹேஸ் நோ எனி யூஸ். பட் இந்த ஷோயிங் மை ஃபேஸ், ரைட்? ஒன் அண்ட் ஒன்லி ரீசன் டு மேக் யூ சம் மோர் இன்டராக்டிவ். கிளாஸ் அடே ஒரு மொஹரே ஒன்று ஆடுதே அப்ப சரி பாப்பீங்கன்னு எடுத்துக்காக தான், ரைட்? ஸோ ட்ரை டு be in the class, right? Don't distract your mind here and there, right? அங்க இங்க பார்க்காதீங்க, just listen the screen, right? Okay. So then what is cell? The structural and functional unit of organism is cell, right? I think it's clear, right? Then what is tissue? I already asked. What is tissue? A group of cell with a common origin and to perform a particular function. 3 points. What are they? A group of cells to perform a particular function with a common origin. 3 points. Group of cell, common origin, particular function. Right? Okay. Then draw a flow chart to show the organization level of the body. What's a flow chart? Can anyone say? Flow chart. No, you can say, I explained in this class today itself. I think 5 or 10 minutes before. What shall I explain? What is flow chart? அதாவதுடா ஸ்ரீதேவிமா செல் aroma என்னது tissue aroma what organ aroma system aroma organism. சரியா? Right? Is it clear the first 8 questions? Right? Just read these questions very silently, quickly. அமைதியா குயிக்கா டக்குன்னு ஒரு முறை பாருங்க whether it is clear or no. These 8 questions. Quick. டக்குன்னு பாருங்க. What is the main theory? Who introduced structural, unicellular, multicellular? Check whether can you answer these questions. Just check. So check பண்ணுங்க உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர் பண்ணலாமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. If you can say yes or something. Or you can use a thumb mark also. டைப் பண்ண கஷ்டம்னா ஒரு thumb mark போட்டாலும் பரவாயில்ல. Okay, ma. Anusha, Sweta, right? Okay, ma. Right, okay. Then now only we are going to start our grade 11 syllabus, right? Okay. The plant body, right? If we take the plant body, that is made up of plant cell. If we take plant body, that is made up of plant cells. And if we take animal body, it is made up of animal cells. If we take a human body, or if you take a cat or dog or monkey or cow or goat or anything, these animals are made up of animal cell and the plant are made up of plant cell. Basic theory, right? In this lesson, we are going to study about the plant tissues. Then later, inshallah, we'll start our animal tissue. Now we are going to study what? Plant tissues. Later, we'll study about our animal tissue. In this tissue, in that tissue unit, your grade 11 first unit is tissue. First of all, we are going to study about the plant tissue. Later, we are going to study about the animal tissue. Okay. So, we'll start. Okay. Listen very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. If you take your cells, which is in your palm, if you take the cell which is in your palm, it is very soft. Sorry, which is very somewhat hard, rough. And if you take here, this one, they are very soft. And if it this one, they are very soft. And if you take inside your mouth, these cells they are somewhat soft, more than this one. They are very soft, more than this. And if you take the eyes, it is a very somewhat different structure, right? If you take the cells of the eyes, they are very different. And if we take the cells of your kidney, you may eat these kidney sapati, right? So what is the nature? It is very different, right? And if you take the stomach of the hen or the you can't eat human body, right? Normally we are eating these goats and these cow, right? Meat, beef. So when you are eating all those, you can realize the nature of the part, right? This nature and your eyes and the ears and the mouth, the nature of the body differs at each and every point. Is it clear? Am I right or wrong? எங்கட பொடியில வந்துடா எடுத்து பார்த்தோம்னு சொன்னா ஒவ்வொரு பாட்டும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி இருக்குது. Each and every part are different. If you take these tissues and these tissues inside the mouth, eyes. So like this, if you take the body, in our human body, each and every part has somewhat different. Am I right or wrong? There are you can see the difference. You can see the types. Many types of cells are there. Like that, right? Listen very carefully, my dear. Like that, in our plant body, if we take the plant body also has those difference. For example, if we take the leaf, that is different from the roots. If we take the leaf, that is different from the roots. If we take the fruits, that is different from the roots. So each and every part, this flower, the leaves, roots, fruits, and the stem and the flowers. So like this, each and every part has different type of tissues. Am I right or no? Am I right or no? Fruit it is different type of structure. If you take the root, it is different type of structure. If you take the leaf, that is different type of structure. So can you accept that thing, that the plant tissue has a classification? We can divide the plant tissues. Can you accept that point? Plant tissues வந்து எனக்கு பிரிக்கலாம், பார்ட்டா பிரிக்கலாம், soft ஆன part, hard ஆன part. Like this we can divide the plant tissue. Are you accepting this point? இந்த ஒத்துக்கொள்றீங்களா அந்த விஷயத்தை? So are you agreeing with me that the plant tissues can be separated, can be divided into many parts? Why? Because we can see the difference. இப்போ லீஃபை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது இட் இஸ் ஒரு மாதிரி நிற்குது. இப்போ ரூட்டை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது இன்னொரு மாதிரி நிற்குது. ஃப்ரூட்டை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது இன்னொரு மாதிரி நிற்குது. ஸ்டெம்மை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது இன்னொரு மாதிரி நிற்குது. ஸோ ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி பார்ட் ஹாஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் ஃபீச்சர்ஸ். So we can divide the plant tissue according to these natures, right? So we'll study how to divide these plant tissues, right? So let's start. Right, okay. Thambi, listen, not Thambi, right? Thanchima, listen very carefully. Here, the roots are there, right? Sweta, solunga, what about the nature of the root? What can you say here? But over here, this part soft or hard? Whether this part is soft or hard? A part. And what about B part? Whether it is soft or hard? Sweta, what about the A part? Anusha, can you say what is B part? What is the B? Whether it is hard or soft? A Sweta, B Anusha. A one soft. Okay. Anusha, what can you say? B part is soft. Okay, right. We'll discuss. What is the reason. If we take the roots, the tip is soft, but the upper part is hard, rough. So we'll discuss what is the reason, right? Okay. Any reason it is on family? What is the reason is on? Wait a minute. Anushya Sweta. Last class learning lama. Last class. Did you come to the last class? You were there or no? Can you say? Did you come to the last class? Last class learning introduction class. No, it won't give this answer. A Sunday class, Sunday the class didn't happen, right? Because there's a power issue. Sweta, okay. So inshallah, I will upload those videos. Try to watch that video because it is somewhat important part that to get good marks, good results in a final marks very easy. Okay, there's a plan and there's a discussion. Son. Okay. Sorry, mom. Sweta, okay, right? Right, okay. So here, listen very carefully. Right. Root if you take the root, the tip was soft, the upper part was hard, right? So I have taken a microscopic view. Okay, I have taken that I have zoomed, I have enlarged that part, right? I have enlarged this part here. In the part of the I have enlarged. Now, here Thambi, in this part, what happens there? The cell was very soft. Here, the cell was very, very hard. Right. So தம்பி, the reason என்னன்னு சொன்னால், listen very careful, listen very careful. The reason is because in this area, in this area, in this area, there is a tissue. Like listen very carefully. In that area, in this area, there is a tissue. That tissue has the ability for the cell division. Okay, so they will do cell division. What is cell division? That means they will produce new cells. Cell வந்து divide ஆவி they will produce new cells. So in that area there is a tissue, so they will do cell division. So what happens? A new cells will be produced there. ஓகேவா? அந்த இடத்துல at that point the new cells will be produced. So what about new cells? They are small cell. The குட்டி புள்ளை எடுத்தீங்கன்னா சாஃப்டா நிக்கும். பெருசாக தான் நாத்த குணம் எல்லாம் வரும். So like that the new cells are soft. So these area, in this area there is a tissue that has the ability to cell division. So what will happen? They will produce new cells. So that's why that area is soft. அதனால தான் அந்த ஏரியா எப்படி நிக்குது? சாஃப்டா நிக்குது. Then this part, they are old tissues. இவங்க பழைய ஆட்கள், முத்திட்டாங்க, அவங்க வளர்ந்துட்டாங்க. They have grown up. அவங்க வளர்ந்துட்டாங்க. They have become big. So that's why they are hard, they are rough. Then that's the reason, because these are soft and these are hard. Yeah, why? Because these are newborn babies and these are பெரிய கழுதைகள். Okay, so they have become big, they have become large, they have grown up. So that's why the upper part is very hard and the lower part soft. Is it clear? Is it clear, my dear? Do you understand the reason why the area was hard and why this area was soft? It's okay, man. Right. What about Sweta? Anushya, clear? Sweta, எப்படி விளங்கிட்டாமா? Right. Okay. So here these area was soft. Why? Because and the new cells were produced at that point, and this area was hard because they are grown. அவங்க பெரிய ஆளா ஆயிட்டாங்க. Right. So right, listen very carefully. Right. Now I am going to divide the tissues. I am going to classify these tissues into two types. Okay, I am going to classify these tissues into two types according to the ability of cell division. I am going to divide these plant tissues into two types according to, based on what character? According to the feature cell division. அதாவது here these tissues, what did they do? They show cell division, right? They shows the cell division. They produce new cells, and they produce new cells. They divide. But here these cells, these areas, they didn't divide. அவங்க பிரியல்ல. They didn't produce new cells, so they don't have the ability to show cell division. அவங்க cell division காட்ட மாட்டாங்க. They don't have that ability. But here in this area, these tissues has the ability to show the cell division. விளங்குதா சொல்றது? ஸோ இதை பேஸா வச்சு அந்த செல் டிவிஷன் அந்த கேரக்டரை பேஸா வச்சு நான் இவங்களை ரெண்டா பிரிக்க போறேன். என்னன்னு சொன்னால், here this one will be called as permanent. What's the name? Permanent. And here this one is called as meristematic. Right? என்ன பேரு? Right, repeat with me. Meristematic. What's the name? Meristematic. Right now, what's the name? meristematic. Okay, wow. What's the name? Permanent. And what's the name of these tissues? This one, what's the name? Meristematic. Is it clear? Is it clear about the permanent tissues and the meristematic tissue? Is it clear about the permanent tissues and the meristematic tissues? Quick. Anushya, Sweta, is it clear about the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues? Yes, sir. Okay, Anushya, yes, sir. Ashnaf, Assalamu alaikum. Ada thambi micha நேரண்டாவாப்பா கிளாஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகி கொஞ்சம் விளங்குறதுக்கு கஷ்டப்பட வேண்டி வரும். ஏன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஒரு சில முக்கியமான பார்ட் பாஸ் பண்ணி வந்துட்டோம். பட் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. இருங்க, ரைட்? டோன்ட் வரி. ஓகே. So now தம்பி என் தங்கச்சிமா, you know the permanent tissues. See, these are the permanent tissues that they don't have the ability to do the cell division because they will never divide. They are very hard. They are very rough. They have become big. So they will never produce new cells. But if you take these cells, they are very soft. They will produce new cells. So that's why they are newborn babies. They are very soft. Right. So Thambi, here, the permanent tissues can be found in region B1. That means here, this is a B1 region. We are keeping a name. Right? Just now ஒரு பேர் வைக்கிறோம் இந்த ரீஜனுக்கு. என்ன பேரு? B1 area, B area. And here this is an A area. So in our A area, meristematic tissues are there. What is meristematic tissue? That they have the ability to cell division. Here, this one. And what is about B tissue, B area? They don't have the ability to do cell division. They comes under permanent tissues. Right? Okay. So, Thambi, plant tissues can be divided into two groups according to the ability of cell division. We are dividing into two. What's the base? The ability of cell division. If they show cell division, that is meristematic tissue. If they didn't show cell division, they comes under permanent tissues. Okay, Dane? Right, okay. Now, we'll do some questions, right? So, யாரு அஷ்னஃப், உங்களுக்கு நான் லேட்டா அடுத்த செக்ஷன்ல இருந்து உங்கள்கிட்ட கேள்வி கேட்கிறேன், ரைட்?
சரி.
Anushya, can you say my dear? What is this area? What is this area? சொல்லுமா Anushya, what's the B area? Whether it is permanent tissue or meristematic tissue? A area, sorry, B area. Sweta, what's the area in A part? Whether it is permanent tissue or meristematic tissue? இப்ப ரிப்ளை வராட்டி no reply. What's the reason? B area is permanent tissue. Okay. Then what about Sweta? What is the area? Whether it is permanent or meristematic? Yes, meristematic. Permanent solid அடுத்த meristematic மட்டும் தான் மிச்சம் வேணா. அடே ஏன்டா யோசிக்கிறீங்க? Why? What's the reason? Here. Yeah, this is the area. This is meristematic. Why? Because they have the ability to cell division. They show cell division. They will do cell division. They will produce new cells. So this area is meristematic tissues. And these one permanent tissues. No, sir, I was typing. Okay. Right, okay. So this is permanent tissues and this is meristematic tissues. Right, okay. I think I explained many times, right? Okay. So state the nature of A dash and B dash. That is, they are keeping a name. And the area ko pair vekkiranga. That's all, right? So can you say the nature? Can you say the nature of this A dash and B dash? What's the nature? What was the color? A was soft nature, yes. What's the color? It was light color, right? Here. It was very light color. Here. These areas are very light color, right? Here, light color. But if you take these areas, they are very hard and the rough, and they are dark color. Here, dark color, dark color, dark color. So dark color in these areas are dark color, and these areas are very light color, and they are very soft. And here they are very rough, hard nature, right? Okay. So what is the answer for this one? State the nature of A dash. A dash was soft and light color. Light color. And what about B? It was dark color and it was hard. நல்ல ஹார்டா நல்ல ரஃப்பா இருந்தது. ஓகே, what is the reason? Sweta சொல்லுமா, இல்ல அனுஷியா சொல்லுமா. What is the reason? What is the reason for the above observation? This is the thing, my dear. If you can answer, that means you have understood. Right? I also can satisfy. Okay, நான் படிச்சு கொடுத்தது விளங்கிக்குது. Right? இது சும்மா உங்களா செக் பண்றதுக்குரிய ஒருப்பா. To check yourself. நீங்க தான் உங்களை செக் பண்ணீங்க, அவ்வளவு. Nothing here, right? Can you அதாவது நீங்களே உங்களை டெஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம். You can test yourself before going to the exam. You can test yourself whether you have understood or not. That's the reason for the worksheet, right? Okay. Solomon, what is the reason for the observation? Just think. By asking, you can answer. Right. By the cell division, yes, very good. That you have come near to the answer. That's an actual answer, right? Okay. But you have come near to the answer, right? Okay. Now, kita vandu but okay. Wait. Here, Thambi, here this A part was soft. Why? What's the reason? Because they shows cell division. That's why they were very soft. They will produce new cells. So those new cells will be very soft. So that is the reason that A part was very soft. Why? Because they will produce new cells. So new cell, those new cells are newborn babies. So they are very soft. And these parts here, this one, here they will never show cell division. They will never show cell division. That's why they are very rough and they are very dark. They have grown up. They have matured. So that's why the B part was dark color and it was very hard because they have matured. They have become big. They have grown up. So that's why the B part was hard. What is the reason for the soft part of this A part? Why this was soft? Why? What is the reason? Because they show cell division. They will produce new cells. So that's why the A part was very soft and B part was very hard. So that is the reason. Is it clear? And the reason and சொல்றது clear-ஆ? கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கடா. அந்த ரீசன் இப்ப நான் விளங்கப்படுத்துறது clear-ஆ? Right, whether it is clear, the 12th question. Okay, yes. What about others? எங்கட ஸ்வேதா and எங்கட தம்பி அஷ்னா விளங்கிட்டாமா? அந்த விளங்கப்பட right, yes. Okay, சந்தோஷம். Right, clear, right? Okay. Right. So, can we answer for this one? What type of tissues can be seen there? Right? What are the tissues are there? What are the tissues can be seen here? எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்லலாம். We'll check whether who is telling the answer for the first. What are the tissues can be seen here? Only two types. Then only I said. Plant tissue. Mahal, plant tissue. Okay, da. Plant வந்து plant tissue ல தான் இருக்குது. Okay, now you are great 11. கொஞ்சம் நல்லா யோசிங்க. ரெண்டா பிரிச்சேன். I divide the tissue into. அட இந்த பார்ட்டை நான் ஏன் காட்டுறேன்? இந்த பார்ட்டை நான் எதுக்காக காட்டினேன்? என்னத்தை சொல்றதுக்காக? What is the reason? What is the target of mine? What is the reason for showing these images? To explain two types of tissues. What are those two? Alright, they have said the answers. Okay, permanent tissue and meristematic tissue. அடே மகள் ஸ்வேதா விளங்குதாமா? இது பிளான்ட் டிஷ்யூ தான். ஓகே, நான் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லல. அதான் கேட்கிறேன். இந்த பிளான்ட் டிஷ்யூவை நாங்க ரெண்டா பிரிச்சோம். We divide the plant tissue into two. The permanent tissues and the meristematic tissue. Okay, Anushya, very good, and Asnaf, very good. Sweta, good, not very good. Okay, so is it clear? What are the two types of tissues are there? Permanent tissues and meristematic tissues. That means the ability for the cell division. Here, these are permanent and these are meristematic. Okay. So, Thambi, ipa compare. Can you understand this question number 10, 11, 12, and 13? Let's check whether is it clear or can you answer all these questions. I will give only 1 minute. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me within that 1 minute. Right? So ஒரு நிமிஷம். சொல்லுங்க.
இந்த டயக்ராம் வந்து எதிரிலது அந்த ட்ரீட ரூட் சிஸ்டமா?
அந்த ரூட்டை வந்து நாங்க பெருசாக்கி பார்க்கறோம். அந்த நுண்ணித்தொன்னு வந்து நாங்க பெருசாக்கி பார்க்கறோம்.
சரி.
நான் அந்த ஒருக்க சொன்ன ஸ்லைட்ல நீங்க கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகினதுனால கொஞ்சம் குழப்பமாயிட்டு. ஓகே, டோன்ட் வரி. சரியாடே மக? இப்பேல இருந்து from now you can understand all the things. So I think there's no any doubts, right? ஒரு டவுட்டும் இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I hope that there's no any doubts. 100% clear, right? Okay. So we'll move for the next part. Okay. What's the part? Meristematic tissues. இப்போ நல்லா விளைவிக்கோங்க. Listen very carefully. What is meristematic tissue? மறந்துட்டீங்களா இல்லையே? Have you forgot? No, right? What is meristematic tissue? That means the tissues, those have the ability to cell division. They will show cell division. That is called as meristematic tissues. Okay. So what is the definition? The tissues with the cell that divide actively by mitosis. The tissues with the cell that divide. That is the main character. That is the main feature of the meristematic tissue. What's that? Divide by mitosis to produce new cells. Is it clear? The definition. Anyway, the tissue that divide to produce new cells. That is called as meristematic tissue. And என்னடா meristematic tissue இவரோட தமிழ்ல சொன்னேன். பிரியும். Now I am telling English. What is that? The tissue, those who have the ability to cell division or those who divide to produce new cells. That is called as meristematic tissue. Is it clear? The definition? The tissues with the cell that divide. Actively means, my dear, lifelong. For a long time. For a long time it will divide. It will never stop that process. Okay. For a long time it will divide. That's the meaning of actively. So the tissues that divide actively by mitosis. What is mitosis? So I studied in grade 10. So if I start to explain those parts, it will take more time. Right? So I didn't explain what is mitosis and all. Right? Because if I start to explain that part, it will take more time. So I didn't explain those things. Right? Just memorize. Okay. The tissue, okay, that have the ability to divide, okay, to produce what? New cells. பாருங்கடா. Hey, listen. Here what happens to this part? Here what happened to this part? They divide, and they produce new cells. பிரிஞ்சாங்க, புதுசா வந்தாங்க. So that's all. That's the thing they are telling the here the definition. The tissues with the cells divide actively by mitosis to produce new cells. Is it clear? Now Tami, take a piece of paper and write this definition, because I think you haven't these worksheet, right? I think you don't have these worksheet and all. So inshallah I will send the worksheet after the class. So now take a piece of paper and write what is the definition for meristematic tissue. And I will give 1 minute. Thambi, அடுத்து என்ன சொன்னால், did you get the printout for the notes? This note part, this one, this one. Did you get the notes, printout of these tubes? No, sir. What about Anushya and Sweta? Did you get my idea? Yeah, this one. No, sir. Okay. And Anushya, everything in the notes. Today I will get. Okay, okay. Come எடுங்க என்னால் இப்படி தானேம்மா. இப்போ நீங்கள் என்ன ரீசன்டால் நான் நோட்ஸ் தர மாட்டேன் கிளாஸில், சரியா? ஏன்னா எனக்கு அப்படி நோட்ஸ் தந்து நீங்க கையால் எழுதி எந்த அளவு படிப்பீங்களோன்றலாம் தெரியாது. ஏன்னா நான் சத்தியமா சொல்றேன், நான் கொப்பியில படிக்கவே மாட்டேன். ஏன்னா என் எழுத்து அவ்வளோ பசந்து. அதனால நான் கொப்பியில படிக்க வெறுப்பு. கொப்பியில படிக்க விருப்பமே இல்லை. புக்ல படிப்பேன். பட் புக்ல படிக்கிற நேரம் கஷ்டம்டா. அப்ப ஏன்னா நிறைய விஷயம் போட்டிப்பாங்க அதுல. நீங்க எல்லாத்தையும் வாசிச்சு வாசிச்சு விளங்கி விளங்கி கஷ்டம். ஸோ அதனால தான் டியூட் தாரேன். இப்போ டியூட்ல வந்து அந்த தேவையான பார்ட்ஸை மட்டும்தான் போட்டிப்பேன். எந்தெந்த பாட்டு தேவையோ அந்தந்த பாட்டை மட்டும்தான் நான் டியூட்ல போட்டிப்பேன். அப்போ நீங்க எக்ஸாமுக்கு போறனால புக்கை வச்சு பேன்னு கத்த தேவையில்லை. டியூட்டை எடுத்து நார்மலாக வாசிட்டு போனீங்கன்னா ஓகே. சரியா? ஸோ உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் வேணும்னு சொன்னால் நீங்க ஸ்லைடை பாருங்க. If you have any doubts or if you want to get some explanation or something, take a refer in these tutes. Okay, I will send the tutes. Sorry, I will send the slides. Okay, after the class. நான் கூகுள் டிரைவ்ல அப்லோட் பண்ணுவேன். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு என்ன சரி டவுட் இருந்தால் நீங்கள் எதை பார்க்கணும்? ஸ்லைட்ஸை பார்க்கணும். பாடமாக்குறா எதை பார்க்கணும்? டியூட்ஸை பார்க்கணும். If you want to memorize or something, you want to refer the slides. Sorry, notes. If you have any doubts or if you want the explanation, you want to refer the slides. இந்த ஸ்லைட்ஸை வந்து நான் அப்லோட் பண்ணேன் இன்ஷால்லா. ஸோ நீங்கள் ஸ்லைட்ஸை வந்து டவுட்ஸ் சார் இருக்குது, நீங்கள் மறந்துட்டீங்க கொஞ்ச நாளே பிறகு. After some time, you may forget all those things. So if you have any doubts, you can take the slides. So there is no need to get the printout of these slides and all. Okay, because they are not. I think there are 93 slides. So there will be no any use if you get the slides. So don't get the slides. Take the printout of these notes. So if you have any doubts in this part, you can refer the slides in the Google Drive. Explanation video and upload பண்ணுவேன், right? But try to get the printout of this worksheet and the notes. Okay. எனக்கு எடுத்தீப்பீங்களோ தெரியாது சொல்லிட்டு மனசுக்கு ஒரு சந்தோஷமா சரி நீக்கும். அட ஒருத்தனா சரி எடுத்திக்கிறானே, ஒருத்தனா சரி பாக்குறானே அப்படின்னு. ஓகே, ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் இன் கமிங் கிளாஸ் ட்ரை டு கெட் த பிரிண்ட் அவுட். ஓகே, ரைட். Right. So did you write the definition for the meristematic tissue? Right, விலங்கி எழுதுங்க, விலங்கி எழுதுங்க தவிமார். சும்மா ஹேன் எழுதாதீங்க. When you are writing the definition, try to understand and write the definition. Okay, right. What is that? The tissues, okay, they divide, okay, by mitosis, okay, produce new cells. That is meristematic tissue. Come here, listen very carefully. Okay, listen very carefully. Now we are going to study about the meristematic tissue. What is meristematic tissue? They have the ability to divide. Okay, so Thambi, here in the bud, where in the bud, and here in the tip. Then only I discussed sometime before this part. Okay, in this area and in this area. Here, in these two areas, you can see the meristematic tissues. Okay, where in the buds, these are shoot apex. Here, shoot apex. In this area and in this area, root apex. The tip of the root and the tip of the apical. These shoot system. Here, this is a shoot system, right? Here, this is root system. In the root system, the tip of the root, and the here the shoot system and the shoot tip of the shoot and the tip of the root. In these two areas, you can see the meristematic tissues. So what will happen now? They will produce new cells. So that's why the plant become big. That's why the height of the plant is increasing. Because of what? What is the reason? Because of these meristematic tissues. They will produce new cells. So what will happen? They will grow like this. Can you understand? If what will happen? If they produce new cells, they will grow like this. They will grow. If they produce here, the root will become larger. They will increase in the height. They will increase in the length. Is it clear? Is it clear? If right? No sir. Okay. என்னடா சொன்ன அஸ்னப் இந்த இடத்துல இருக்கிறாங்க தானே tissues அவங்க வந்துடா இப்ப செல் டிவிஷன் நடக்க போகுது. They will produce new cell. That is a special character of the meristematic tissue. Okay, okay. Meristematic tissue வந்துடா meristematic tissue means they will produce new cell. So what will happen? In that area, here this area, அந்த இடத்துல they will produce new cell. So if they produce new cell, what will happen? They will grow. For example, the plant will in this size. So later what will happen? They will grow up. Why? What is the reason? Because they are producing new cell. At சின்ன புள்ளையா நின்றா cell division நடந்தது நீ பெரிய புள்ளையா மாறினா. Same like that here in this area they will produce new cell. So what will happen? They will grow up. They will grow up. In this area they will produce new cell. So what will happen? The root will grow up. Where அப்படி வளரும் அங்க shoot system அப்படி மேல கால வரும். அஸ்னப் விளங்கலையா? Okay, right. Okay. So this is the main function of that meristem. What is that? Producing new cell. Meristem சொன்னாலே என்ன? What is meristem? They are producing new cell. So what will happen if they produce new cell? The plant will grow up. The root will grow up. Right. Okay. So Thambi, the cells are not differentiated. Okay, I will explain that point later. The growth of the plant take place due to the activity of meristematic tissue. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? Meristematic tissues, due to the meristematic tissue, because of the meristematic tissues, the plant grow up. That is the reason. Because here they will produce new cell in this area, and here in this area they will produce new cell. So what will happen? The root will grow up and the shoot system will grow up. Velangurama solradhu, is it clear? Is it clear? This point, this one here, this point. The cells are not differentiated. The plant will grow up due to these cells, the meristematic tissues. Right. Okay. எங்கட அனுஷியாக்கு right. Okay மா. இந்த எஸ் ன்னு சொல்றதுலயும் thumb up சொல்றதுலயும் சம்பந்தப்படாதீங்க. Right. Okay. Because why? Because அந்த ஒரு வேலை தான் நீங்க செய்றீங்க. You are not writing notes. You are not doing any other work. Even you can sleep in your home. Even you can eat and you can என்னதான் சரி செய்யலாம். Right. Because this is virtual class. So the one and only thing that you are going to do is typing. Yes or no or thumb up or something. Okay? So those don't feel laziness for those replying, right? அதுக்கு சோம்படப்படாதீங்க, right? Okay. So Tami, now we are going to discuss the features of the meristematic tissues. Okay. What is the features of the meristematic tissues? What's the feature? The first feature, what is that? They have the ability to cell division. That's the basic feature. Out of those basic features, there are some other features we'll discuss. Okay. Here, Tami, here. What is a feature? The tissue consists of small size living cells. Okay, we'll check. We'll check whether they are small or big. Inga paaruga thambi, here in this area, the cells are very small. But here, what can you say? Here, the cells are big. But here, the cells are very small. Can you understand that thing? Can you understand that? Can you observe that part? These meristematic tissues, my dear, here, these meristematic in this area, the cells are very small. This is microscopic view. This is microscopic view. This is a real image. This is a real image under microscope. So in this area, the cells are very small. But here what? The cells are very big. And here, the cells are very small. But here, the cells are very big. They are very long. They are elongated. They have become large. They are very long. But here, These cells are very small. They are cylindrical shape. Sorry, circular shape. But here these cells are elongated. They have become larger. They have elongated. But here the cells are very small. But here the cells are big. Can you understand that point? So the cells are very small size living tissues. Fact number one. What's the fact number one? The cells are small. And fact number two, no intercellular spaces. Right. Okay. What is intercellular spaces? You want to study what is intercellular space? Right. Wait a minute. I will show you what is intercellular spaces. Right. Okay. Wait. Right. இங்க பாருங்க தம்பி. Here, intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces means, my dear, here thambi, here you can see cell. Okay. And there is another cell. Okay. And there is another cell. Okay. There are some cells. Okay. Between the cells, can you see some gap here? Can you see the gaps here, right? Here. Here. You can see the gaps, right? Between the cells. So those gaps that can be seen between the cells are called as intercellular spaces. Cells irikidhanema. Cells ku nadula gaps irikidhane. Here you can see some gaps here. So these gaps are called as intercellular spaces. Right. Okay. So then is there any gaps here between the cells? Is there any gaps? Is there any gaps? Can you see any gaps here? All the cells are well packed, highly packed. There is no intercellular spaces. Am I right or wrong? Yes, no, right. Here there is no gaps. Here these cells are highly packed, full packed பண்ணிக்கிறான். Here. There is no gaps. They are arranged like this. So there is no any gaps between the cells. So no intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces are not prominent. Not prominent means பெரிய அளவுல நிக்காது. மோஸ்டா நிக்காது. Mostly we can't see these intercellular spaces. Here, if there is gaps, if there is intercellular space, it will be like this. Here, this is intercellular space. This is intercellular space. But you can't see intercellular space in these meristematic tissues. Right, so fact number two. What's the fact number two? There is no intercellular spaces. Then fact number three. A distinct nucleus will be there. அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் டிஸ்டிங்க்ட்னு சொன்னால் ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு big large a clear a big a clear nucleus can be there. Here can you see a big nucleus here, right? Here this purple color, they have put some dye, so that's why it's blue color, purple color. Actually that is not purple color, right? Can you see here larger nucleus is there? Can you observe that thing, right? So a distinct and so not a clear and a larger nucleus will be there. A larger and a clear nucleus will be there in those cells. So fact number three. Now fact number four. Absence of large central vacuole. Okay. Now we want to explain what is vacuole, right? Okay, wait a minute. Because you don't study in grade 10, but you have sometimes you have forgotten, right? Okay. Here, Thambi, if you take this cell, can you observe a blue color inside? Can you see some blue color thing inside the cell? Can you see? Can you observe that one? Yeah. Can you observe? That is what? What's that? That is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Vacuole. Yes, vacuole. Right. Very good. Vacuole. Right. So, Thambi, can you see any vacuoles here? Can you see any vacuoles here? Inga என்ன சரி vacuole இருக்குதா? You can see only the nucleus. Can you see any vacuole here? அடே தம்பி இங்க பாருங்கடா என்னன்னு சொன்னால் Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Here, Thambi, here in this image, here you can see the vacuole. Here you can see the black color nucleus. Here you can see the nucleus. Here nucleus. Here nucleus. Okay, nucleus also there. And the vacuole also there. Here vacuole also there. Nucleus also there. Nucleus also there. Vacuole also there. Nucleus also there. Vacuole also there. But if you take these images here in this blue color, this image here, this wait here this one. Can you see any vacuole here? No, there is no vacuole. Right, very good. Okay, reply okay, very good. Yes. So there is no any vacuole. Only the nucleus is there. So our fact number 3, a distinct nucleus is there. Fact number 4, absence of large vacuole. Absence. There will be no vacuole. Only the nucleus is there. Here nucleus is there. There is no vacuole like here. If there is vacuole, it will be like this. So here you can't see any vacuole. Only the nucleus is there. Only the nucleus is there. Only the nucleus is there. Right. So absence of large central vacuole. Right. Fact number 5. What's that? Absence of chloroplast. Absence of chloroplast. That means there will be no chloroplast. Fact number 6. Large number of mitochondria. Many mitochondria will be there. The mitochondria is an organelle, right? Participating mitochondria is an organelle that is responsible for the energy production. That powerhouse, right? Okay. So Thambi, we'll quickly revise the 6 factors. What are there? What are they? Mitochondria will be there, an absence of chloroplast, and large nucleus will be there. Then the vacuole, the absence of vacuole, and they are living cell. And அடுத்தது I was right? Okay. No intercellular spaces. Okay. 6 factors are there. They are living cell, no intercellular spaces, and large nucleus is there, an absence of vacuole, large number of mitochondria is there, the chloroplast is absent. Okay. So Thambi, we'll move the worksheet. Okay, we'll move the worksheet. Right. Mention the features of meristematic tissue. Okay. So in our class there are 3 students, right? Okay. Anushia, சொல்லுங்கம்மா. Mention 2 features. Quickly. Don't take more time. Reply me quickly. Anushia, சொல்லுமா. Features. Any 2 features out of 6. No intercellular spaces. Okay. And second one? No intercellular spaces. Okay. And quick. Absence of mitochondria. Right. Okay. No intercellular spaces. Oh, absence of mitochondria இல்லமா. Absence of chloroplast. Mitochondria நிறைய இருக்கும். Here. Large number of mitochondria will be there. Okay. Because they want to divide. Period. If they want to divide, they want more energy. பிரியணும்னு சொன்னால்தான் நிறைய எனர்ஜி வேணும். So they have more number of mitochondria, but absence of chloroplast. Right? Okay. Then Sweta, சொல்லுங்கம்மா. 2 features. 2 features of mitochondria. Sorry, not mitochondria. These what? In the meristematic tissues. Absence of vacuole. Okay. Absence of vacuole. Yes, absence of vacuole. Okay. அடுத்தது, what about the nucleus? A small nucleus or big nucleus? A clear and large nucleus. Very good. A distinct nucleus. Okay, right. Then என்ன பேரு? Ashnaf. Yes. Okay. Ashnaf சொல்லுங்க.
Absence of chloroplast.
Absence of chloroplast. Okay.
No intercellular space.
Okay. No intercellular spaces. Okay. And vacuole சொல்லியாச்சு, chloroplast சொல்லியாச்சு. And what about they are living cells? Here they are small size living cells. Right? இது யாரும் சொல்லல. சரிதானே? Right, they are very small size living size. Here you can see size, they are very small, but here these area are very small, but here they are very large. Here they are very small, but here they are very large. Okay, so these are the 6 features of meristematic tissues. So Tamimar and Tangachimar, a kind request from your side, that is, please take the printout of these tubes and write these gaps. Okay, fill these gaps, so then only it will be clear. Right, after the class, immediately go to the print communication and get the printout and do the exercises. Okay, all right, okay, ma, okay. So now 8:30, I will take 10 minutes break, right? Because I'm very tired, I'm very hungry, so we'll take a 10 minutes break. Now 8:30, 8:32, come to the class at 8:40. Okay, don't take more time. So cut time, class க்கு வாங்க, right? அடே மஹால், இப்போ பிரேக் டு போறதோட ஒரு சில என்ன செய்ய மாட்டீங்க, அப்படியே கிளாஸ் வர அப்படியே நின்றீங்க. Don't do like that, right? So 8:40, come to the class, right? Okay, so we'll wind up the class. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik, and thank you for the joining. So come to the class at sharp 8:40, right? Okay.